My name is Nellie Wartoft. I'm the founder and CEO of Tigerhall. And Tigerhall is a change activation platform, so we support large enterprises in activating their change and transformation initiatives at scale. So think like removing all the email, SharePoint, training mess and getting to know the organization over time so that it becomes faster and faster to launch every single change initiative. So it's always a lot of learnings, and this is a space that is changing very quickly. I think some of the key takeaways from this event in particular is how much culture makes a difference. Culture and leadership was a big topic of conversation and how critical that is to transformation success. Also how to do more with less. Many of these teams are very limited small teams and limited resources and stretched for time and effort and budget. So how can they do more at very large organizations with less resources? I think that's a key insight. And then also always coming back to how do we do it effectively at large scale. I think the attendees are from large organizations, and that represents a certain level of complexity and challenges when it comes to driving transformation. So a lot of really useful conversations about that too. A lot. I don't think there's anyone I haven't met, so I've spoken to everyone. And I like that format about these exchanges because it's a group that over 2-3 days you get to meet everyone, you have deep conversations, and I like that you have these learning conversations where you can ask them about their priorities and how they think about things and what matters to them, and then share more about what you do as well. So we definitely have customer connections or future customer connections from here, and also getting to know just leaders in the space and thought leaders and what matters to this group of people. I think it goes back to this how to do more with less. Tigerhall is a technology platform, so we help our customers to do more with less, and instead of just adding more headcount or bringing in consultant after consultant after consultant, they can instead do a lot of that work with technology. So how can we do a better job enabling them to do more with less and be more effective with their time, be more productive so they can spend more time in more value-adding areas. So I think that's a recurring theme, and many of these teams are the ratio is 1 to 10,000, right? You might have 2, 3, 4 people driving change for 20, 30, 40,000 people. So that's something that me and my team are always discussing, what we can do more to help them, and something we'll be discussing even more after this exchange. Absolutely. I think it's very helpful information beforehand, and knowing their priorities and what they're focusing on, and knowing, of course, it changes very quickly, and the information that they give 2 to 3 months earlier might not be the same information as still priority today, but it still helps with understanding overall where their mind is at and where they're at in the transformation maturity. Some are very early, just setting up their transformation offices. Others have been doing this for 20 years. So understanding that maturity profile before the meeting has been very helpful for us. I really like this one. I think the size was very good for this one. I don't know exactly how many attendees it was, but I would guess in the 70, 75, 80 range, which I think is the perfect size. It's not too small, it's not too big. I think the diversity of industries was very on point, very good representation of different industries, large enterprises, some smaller ones too, but primarily like large enterprises. So that was really good to have those connections and really good conversations. I think the format allows for meeting many of the attendees several times over several days. So you can both meet them in a session, you can have breakfast with them, you then have a one-to-one meeting. So the diversity of touch points, I think, really helps build great relationships as well.